Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, and in today's Yoga for Skaters class, I have a posture flow, and we will be focusing on that knee down Chaturanga Dandasana pose for our focus. So what we're going to do in this class, we're going to review a lot of the front of shoulder stabilization techniques, as well as the tricep strengthening drills that we did in our posture focus class. So if you haven't seen that posture focus for knee down Chaturanga Dandasana, you can check that out as well. So we're going to review some of that technique, and then we are just going to find our flow, integrating that knee down Chaturanga Dandasana vinyasa transition variation. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Of course, as always, please use whatever props support you and do as much as feels good for you. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable seated position and just allow the hands to rest gently in your lap. And if it feels safe and comfortable to close the eyes, you can go ahead and do that. Or you can just keep that gaze forward and down, nice and gentle. And we'll just start with some easy breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Nice, inhaling through the nose. And maybe sighing out that exhale through the mouth. Yeah. And so continuing with that breath, if that feels good for you today, or if you'd like to switch into that Ujjayi breath or that breath where we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, you can start to find that. As a reminder for that Ujjayi breath, you're going to bring the tip of your tongue to the back of the top teeth where they meet the gums, so you create this slant into the back of the throat. As you inhale through the nose, send that breath down the slanted pathway, down the length of the spine. And as you exhale, the breath releases out the same pathway through the nose. So a moment of stillness and quiet here to just focus on your breath, whatever that may be today. Allowing that attention to turn inward, allowing your entire attention to be consumed by the details of the breath, noticing the sound, noticing the depth, and maybe the width from side to side. And as you bring your attention to your breath, just allow what's already happened to dissipate into the past. Keep what's coming up in the future so that you can be present right here today for your practice. And then if you'd like to, go ahead and bring your palms together at your heart. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice here today, you can go ahead and do that. And then on your next exhale, just relaxing, fluttering the eyes open if they're closed, relaxing the hands. Nice. So from here, we'll start right into it, opening up the chest, take the arms forward, and then go ahead and open the arms nice and wide. As you open the arms wide, keep the core braced, and then you might start to pull the fingertips back towards the forearms. Yeah. Opening the chest, opening the fronts of the wrists. And then as you're ready, go ahead and bring those arms together. Right elbow crosses on top of left. We're crossing elbows and wrists, lengthening the fingertips up and away from the forehead. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press the elbows together, press the palms together. Feel the outer borders of those shoulder blades start to broaden. Good. And as you're ready, go ahead and undo it. Take those hands straight out in front. And then right back to that opening. Core is braced. Good. Chest is opening. Fingertips pull back if that feels okay. Good. And then from here we go again. Bring that left elbow on top of the right. Crossing elbows, crossing wrists. Good. Or Right elbow on top of left if you did the other side. Good. We'll take an inhale. Press the elbows together. Lengthen the wrists up and away. Good. On an exhale, elbows press together, palms press together. A little bit of activation. Nice. Inhale. And as you exhale, just relax, release. Yeah. And then a moment to take the wrists the other way here. So fingertips are gentle along the sides of the legs. And then we're going to take the wrists into flexion. So you're going to roll through the top of the hands. So really lightweight. If any, you might just kind of lean into it. This particular pose, this low plank or four-limb staff pose, knee down, Chaturanga Dandasana, lot of demand for the wrists. So we're making sure in this flow to stabilize the front of the shoulders, to find space through the upper back, as well as some stabilization, some mobility through the wrists. Good. As you're ready from here, go ahead and shift into our first downward facing dog. Let's go ahead through tabletop. As you're ready, push it up and back. Here we are. Yeah. Inhale here in down dog. And exhale. Perfect. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, step your right foot in between the hands, bend that left knee, come on up. We'll come into that low lunge. Perfect. So really sturdy low lunge here. Remember, we're lifting the belly button, lengthening the tailbone. And then we've got those hip points drawing to the midline, ribs draw together and down. So core is braced. Yeah. Right hand to right knee, left arm goes out to the side. And then flip that left thumb down. If it's helpful to make a fist, do that. We're going to take that left forearm up the back body. Yes. And then we're going to find that activation through the front of the left shoulder by pressing the back of the ribs into the forearm and resisting that. Take an inhale. Feel that space expand. Feel the forearm press back and resist that expansion. Yeah. One more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and undo that. Yeah, bringing that arm back out, flipping it, bringing it forward. And then we'll take that left arm overhead, right index finger and thumb loops around the left wrist, lift it up, take a little baby side bend here. Inhale. And as you exhale, come on back through center. Hands come down. Beautiful. Step back to high plank position. Yeah. Inhaling in your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale in down dog. Exhale. We'll do the second side. So that left foot steps in between the hands, finding that low lunge from here. Left hand to left knee. Right arm reaches out to the side. Right thumb points down, maybe making that fist to bring the right forearm up the back body. Good. And so resistance between the forearm and that back body creates a little bit of engagement through the front of the right shoulder. Inhale here. As the backs of the ribs press into that forearm, resist with the forearm, right? Good. One more inhale. Exhale. Come out the same way you went in with that arm. Yeah, thumb is down. Bring it up. And then bringing that right hand straight out in front. Inhale, arm goes overhead. Left index finger and thumb loop around the right wrist. And you're reaching up and over for that side bend. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Hands come down. Go ahead and step back into that high plank position. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale in your down dog. And exhale. Yeah, next inhale, look in between the hands. As you exhale, tiptoe your way all the way up to the top of your mat for an easy forward fold. Yeah, grab opposite elbows here. Let the head and the neck relax. The knees are soft. Really nice, simple ragdoll here. Go ahead. You can shake the head. No. You can shake the head. Yes. Good. And then maybe you rock right, rock left, side to side. Beautiful. And then relaxing the arms. Next inhale, find your halfway lift, straight legs, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, go ahead and reach up, take a look up. Exhale, palms together at your heart. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll move through our first high lunge salutation here, and we will get right into those knee down Chaturanga Dandasana transitions. All right, inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, hips back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Left foot in front, right leg steps back. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge position here. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to high plank position. Inhale in high plank position. Exhale, knees come down. On that same exhale, hug the elbows in, heart reaches forward, lower shoulders in line with elbows, then thighs, hips, chest. Beautiful. We'll take a cobra from here. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders roll back, and then exhale all the way down. We're going all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale in down dog, and exhale. Next inhale, reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the hips, bend that right knee, and take your moment here to keep focused on the shoulders, so strong upper body, and then nice, open, kind of softer lower body. Good. Inhale, right leg reaches straight up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands come down, step up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down to reach up. And exhale, here we go, forward folding. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, halfway lift. And exhale, come on down, left foot steps back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands come down, step back to high plank position. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, knees come down. Beautiful. Go ahead, hug the elbows in, lower shoulders in line with the elbows, then thighs, hips, and chest come all the way down. Yes. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, all the way down. Tuck the toes, all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice. Full inhale here in down dog. Full exhale. Inhale that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Then exhale, stack the hips, bend the left knee. Find that twist, that opening. So the left hip is soft. The shoulders are strong. That upper back is stable. Good. Inhale, left leg straight back. And as you exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Inhale, rise up. High lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step up to forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Nice. So we'll move through a straightforward sun salutation A with our vinyasa variation. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. So we step back both feet to high plank position. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees down, elbows hug in, lower, and then thighs, hips, and chest. Beautiful. This time, take the arms along the side body. As you inhale, lift the heart, lift the legs for locust. And as you exhale, come all the way down. We're going to push all the way up and back to that downward facing dog. Inhale here in down dog. Nice. As you exhale, go ahead, bend the knees. We're coming into tabletop position. Beautiful. So strong shoulders, right? And this strong Chaturanga Dandasana requires core and shoulders. So we're just going to revisit a little bit of balance through a single arm to really get into that core. So I'm sure you're familiar with this bird dog. So from tabletop position, inhale, lengthen the right leg. And then bring that attention to the right strong arm, okay? So that right wrist is under the right shoulder or a little in front of it. Then left arm reaches overhead. Perfect. Hold here for an inhale. Exhale, lengthen through the finger, lengthen through the heel. Good. On your next exhale, come right back down. Perfect. Good. So this time, bringing awareness to that left arm and then shoulder over wrist, or wrist might be a little in front of the shoulder, whatever feels the most stable. And then we've got left leg reaches back, right arm reaches overhead. 2 strong breaths here. Inhale, push through the pads of the fingers. Exhale, lengthen a little more. Beautiful. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, leg comes down. Perfect. And then let's take a moment, shift back to child's pose. Give the shoulders, give the head and the neck a little rest here. Nice, full inhale. And full exhale. Perfect. Next inhale, go ahead and shift forward into tabletop and then right up and back to downward facing dog. Perfect. So just a short little sequence here, getting into a little bit more single arm balance to support our upper body strength and stabilization for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale that right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. We're going to inhale and rise up to that high lunge. And then go ahead and open up into your warrior 2. Perfect. From warrior 2, we'll go ahead and take a moment, take those palms to face forward, right? So another little moment to give those wrists some opening. You're going to bring the thumbs to the inner palms, wrap the fingers around the thumbs, and then just start to push the knuckle end of the thumb away from the shoulder. Yeah. So it's like you're kind of pushing out and down. Yeah. Keeping that nice warrior 2 pose. Take another inhale here. Good. As you exhale, release the thumbs. Yeah, you can wiggle out those fingers. Good. Next inhale, flip the right palm up. As you exhale, we'll find a little reverse warrior if that's in your practice, if you enjoy that. Left hand can be down, or I was going to take it behind my back. Good. And then on an exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step back to high plank position. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, knees down, heart forward to lower through Chaturanga. And then thighs, hips, chest. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring the hands along the side body. Inhale, lift up for that locust. Exhale, come all the way down. Nice. Hands under the shoulders. Go ahead, tuck the toes. We'll go all the way up and back to that down dog. And take a breath before moving into the second side. Perfect. Take an inhale in that downward facing dog. Full exhale. Yeah, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. We're coming up to warrior two. Good. On this second side. Perfect. So we'll find the opposite action from here. So this time, palms are going to go down. We can find the thumbs to hug in from here, wrapping the fingers around. But this time, we're going to take the thumbs towards the inner edge of the shoulder. Okay, so thumbs come in towards the shoulder, so it might feel like the opposite of the side you were lengthening before. It's kind of the back side of the arms in this position. Yeah. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, relax the fingers. Nice. Inhale, flip that left palm. And then finding your reverse warrior if that feels nice in your body. Perfect. And then cartwheeling the arms down. Good. Step back to high plank. So many opportunities for this Chaturanga. Knees come down on the exhale, heart forward, lowering thighs, hips, chest. Good. Arms along the side. Inhale, rise up for locust. Exhale, all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. We're going all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Awesome. So a variation of side plank. We're going to step the right foot halfway up to that right hand, okay? And then we're going to spiral the heel towards the middle of the mat. And you're going to come to balance on this left hand. Yeah. So you can bring as much weight as you need to into this right foot. You can keep the left wrist as far out in front of that left shoulder as you need. And then right arm comes up. You're finding your side plank balance from here. Perfect. And then thinking of pushing the floor away with those left fingertips. Yes. Finding that broadness through the upper back. One more inhale. And exhale, right hand comes down. Step back to high plank. From here, just go ahead and push up and back to your downward facing dog. We'll take a resting breath there. I'm going to spin around. Good. Inhale, in down dog. And then same thing, second side. Step that left foot halfway up to the left hand. Center your right hand. Pivot that left heel to the middle of the mat. And then we are here on this second side, supported plank. Once again, bring weight into that top foot. You'll feel a little stretch, but you'll also have that support as you're building strength and stability through the shoulder. Full inhale here. And full exhale. Beautiful. One more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and come on back through high plank position. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So nice. Take one inhale in down dog. Exhale, bring it down, knees down, all the way back to child's pose. Wrap those arms around the legs. Let the forehead relax. And rest. Find your inhale. Let the exhale release the shoulders, release the upper back. Nice. And then take your time. As you're ready, go ahead and sweep those arms way out in front. Inhale, pull your way forward. Perfect. So we're going to wind it down here. Go ahead and walk those hands a little more forward. Come into your knee down plank position. Our last knee down Chaturanga Dandasana here for today. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, lowering, hugging everything to the midline, and then thighs, hips, chest. Perfect. So from here, we're going to go ahead, extend that left arm and keep the left arm about shoulder height. Perfect. And then your right hand is going to stay right under that right shoulder. We're going to start to bring the left ear to the mat and start to roll onto the left front of the left shoulder. And so if keeping the hips stacked feels good, use that right hand to balance, or take that right foot behind you for a little more twist, a little more hip opening. And then as you want to find activation through the front of the left shoulder, you can press that left hand down, or just let this be a restorative pose, a nice gentle stretch. Good. And then take your time coming back through center. Yeah. We'll switch sides. So left hand under left shoulder, right arm reaches wide. Good. And then right ear to the floor, coming either hips stacked onto the right side, or take that left foot behind you. Nice. And then whatever feels good for you here, again, we're winding it down. So give yourself a moment to feel good in a posture, right? Find where you can sink in a little bit more. Nice. And then take your time coming out of this side. Good. And then as you're ready, bringing the hands along the side body, let the forehead just rest on your mat, or whichever ear feels the most comfortable. And then just take a moment to let the shoulders round towards your mat and relax. Yeah, take a breath into that back of the heart space. One more breath here. Good. And then take your time, bringing the hands under the shoulders. Press your way up and come into a final seat together here. We can come into kneeling, or you can cross the ankles. Yeah. And then before we round out for today, we're just going to finish up with a gentle neck release. So from wherever you're sitting, go ahead and take your left hand and just slide it underneath the left sit bone or the left ankle, wherever you're at. And then we're just going to drop the chin to the chest, rock the right ear towards the right shoulder, any amount. Yeah. Good. And then you can kind of rock in and out of this neck stretch. And whenever you're ready, you might use that right hand coming across the head to gently guide you a little bit deeper. Yeah. So be gentle as we ease off of this practice. Again, this low plank position, this Chaturanga Dandasana or tricep push-up, however you think of it. It's a lot. It's a lot on our shoulders. It's a lot on the chest and the neck. So we want to be as intentional about our release as we are about our engagement. Go ahead and drop the chin to the chest. Use that right hand to just lift the chin, and we'll set up for the second side. So that right hand slides under the right sit bone or under the right ankle or shin or wherever you're seated. Good. And then same thing, we'll set up by bringing the chin to chest. Rock the left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe you rock down and into it a few times. And then whenever you're ready, you might bring the left hand across the head, good, guiding you into a gentle, deeper neck stretch here. And then take your time as you're ready, releasing the hand, bringing the chin back to the chest, using the left hand to just lift the chin back to center, releasing that hand. Taking a moment of stillness here to close out our practice. If it feels safe and comfortable, if you want to close the eyes, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and draw the palms together at your heart and take a moment to recall your intention from the beginning of class. And make a connection between your intention and your practice here today. Keep this connection close as you move off the mat and into the world. The light and the teacher in me sees the light, and the teacher in all of you. Shanti, peace. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me for this posture-focused flow. Again, we focused on front of shoulder stabilization as well as opening and strength through the upper back and the upper arms. If this practice felt challenging, it was challenging. It's very challenging for the upper body. And as roller skaters, we do so much with our lower body that even just getting familiar with using the upper body can make it feel more challenging. So give yourself a lot of credit for showing up to this class today, for focusing on that upper body. You're really going to feel this. You're really going to benefit from this when it comes to any kind of accidents where you're outstretching your arm. Not that you want to do that intentionally, but if you are, you've got some shoulder stability, you've got some wrist stability, and you've got just that upper body strength to give you a little more confidence in your movements from head to toe. So thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I can't wait to see you next time.